It's a very important article. I was reading the Times this morning when Caroline passed me the Sun. There's a headline here that says, "Size does matter," which is very disappointing.
Reigning Miss Universe, Dayanara Torres. Hello.
Hi.
With
Hi,
your
Diana.
tiara. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Is it uncomfortable?
No, it's very light.
Ah.
Are you having a good tour of the country?
Yes,
You enjoying
of course.
yourself?
Yes, I've been just 2 days, but I see a lot.
What do you think of England?
Oh, it's so pretty. It's very pretty, have a lot of culture, and for me it's very different from my country.
I bet. Well, we'll have a good old chat later on, shall we?
Okay, lovely. Thank
I
you.
just love the hat. Family went weekend. We're expecting 500 hopeful beauties, but when they opened the doors at London's Hippodrome nightclub on Sunday, they were devastated to see only a handful of shy girls clutching swimsuits.
Are beauty contests outdated? Well, they certainly don't seem to be attracting the sort of attention that they once did. The Miss British Isles contest is a forerunner to the prestigious Miss Universe competition, which claimed to be bigger and better than Miss World.
The Miss Universe competition is actually the longest running beauty competition in the world. It's now in its 43rd year. We're going to be meeting the reigning Miss Universe again in a moment, Dayanara Torres from Puerto Rico, and hearing what she has to say shortly. But first of all, let's have a look at the moment that she won the crown of Miss Universe.
And now we're about to reveal the name of the first runner-up and the new Miss Universe. Let me remind you of the importance of the first runner-up. If Miss Universe is unable to compete or reign for any reason, the first runner-up will become Miss Universe. Ladies, good luck to both of you. The first runner-up is Miss Colombia. Miss Universe is Miss Puerto Rico, Dayanara Torres. Congratulations to Miss Puerto Rico. You are Miss Universe of 1993.
Oh, well, Dayanara has joined us along with the reigning Miss British Isles, Katherine Middleton. Hello, both.
Hi, what was that moment like?
Oh, it's amazing. It's something that I always gonna remember. It's too emotional.
It must have been horrible just before the announcement, when the two of you
Oh
were
yes,
standing
when
there.
you're waiting, yes it is.
Is it very bitchy backstage at those sort of things?
Like something happened backstage?
Or the girls, are they all...
Oh, well, I didn't know that, but yeah, sometimes it's like that. Always friendly at the beginning and then change.
As it gets nearer the final result.
Catherine, you were there for
That's
that same contest. What was it like for you, to coin a
Well, I
phrase?
enjoyed every minute of it. It was like a full-week holiday for me.
Where was it, Mexico?
Mexico City, yes.
And what is it like behind the scenes in these sort of competitions?
I think there's a lot of nervousness on the last night, but other than that, I didn't see any bitchiness.
What makes you want to go in for a beauty contest? At what point does somebody say to you, you ought to go in?
Well, I've not really done the circuit, to be honest, myself, but for me, the Miss Universe contest, it was a month-long trip to Mexico, and that's a place that I've always wanted to go, so that was the appealing aspect for me.
And how did you get there in the first place, and how were you selected?
It was just through a regional heat.
And which they haven't done this time, have they? But now they think they might have to, because
They're
only
going,
13,
yeah.
they were hoping to do the whole lot in one.
Right, that's
Why
true.
do you think there was so little interest in this one?
I think it's the attitude that beauty contests probably aren't in anymore, and that's probably true in this country. But I think we've got to appreciate that the rest of the world doesn't follow what we do anymore.
Do you feel a bit self-conscious, having gone in for it? I mean, I know you've got the title, but do you feel a bit defensive when you say to people?
No, I mean, I'm open-minded. I view it, beauty contests in general, as entertainment value. If people take them more light-hearted, I think there'll be greater interest next year, definitely.
But people do suggest they're a bit degrading, don't they, for women? That's what upsets
I
people.
take that
That's
point
why
of view. I mean, yeah, it's probably so, and I'm not disagreeing with them, but I think attitudes will change.
In Puerto Rico, is the beauty contest a big event?
Oh yes, it is. It's very important for us because it's like winning a gold medal in whatever sport. It's very big, and almost it's like a good notice, a good news between crime, all the stuff, drugs.
Do you understand that in England, beauty contests aren't as popular? They aren't looked upon that way?
Well, maybe it's a lot of confusion between the people. Maybe it's a kind of mind, how they think here. But I think it's a great opportunity for us. And also, many people think that Miss Universe is just sitting, smile, and wave, and it's not that. We work with UNICEF. We raise money for poor people. I work for the American Society Cancer and Muscular Dystrophy. We work a lot for good things for the people.
Well, as promised, we're going to be showing these two girls the latest makeup looks for spring. Our style council expert, Carol Spencer, has come along especially to demonstrate the new trends. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Can you cope with this? Carol, hello, nice to see you.
Good morning.
Now, what are you going to do? for
Right,
Katherine
well,
and
I've got a little
Dayanara.
array of products here that we're going to use. Everything that we had in the winter, in the autumn and the winter, was quite heavy. The lipsticks had names like Red Currant and Bilberry, purpley colours and very, very strong reds. And the girls are wearing quite strong makeup at the moment, so everything's going to be lighter. A lot of the lipsticks for the spring and the summer are, rather than in a stick, rather than being in a bullet, they're actually in these sort of little wands, quite gooey, sort of quite jammy. I don't know what they're like to kiss. They're end up with it all around your face. So they're very sheer and very translucent. So I'll be using probably a pinky colour and probably for Dayanara a rusty kind of colour in that. And the blushes as well, very, very sparkly. You can actually see in this one all the little sparkly pieces. So again, nothing too heavy. And faces, now look at this one. I've got a pot here which is from the Body Shop of bronzing gel. Looks very, very gooey, doesn't it? Look at that. So I haven't decided who I'm going to put this one on. But that gives you a nice sort of tan.
You're sure it's not Marmite, aren't you?
Looks like Marmite, doesn't it? But if you don't want to go for the gel, then what we also have is bronzing powder in a palette, like this one, in a compact.
And so the pastely colours, but still quite a suntandy sort of look.
Yes, the main thing is it's sparkly and quite sheer, because most of the colours in fashion for the summer are light colours and lots of see-through fabrics. So everything's getting really quite feminine, gauzy, short skirts are back.
Obviously, yes, good. Glad you dropped that one in.
Shimmery tights.
I mean, obviously I know the answer to this, but there will be some people watching, some men wondering what sheer means exactly when you're talking about makeup. I mean, obviously I know.
Yes.
What do you mean when you say
well,
sheer?
Nick did confide to me, you know, that he had his eyelashes dyed, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, every week, yeah.
Did you say the word confide?
No.
I think he knows a lot about makeup, don't you?
What does sheer mean then?
Sheer means that the lipstick itself or the eyeshadow itself is not heavy and matte. So that when you put it on, in a way you can kind of see through it. So it's almost like putting a gel on the lips rather than putting a heavy solid colour. So the whole look is very, very natural. It's almost a kind of no makeup look, as opposed to what we had in autumn winter, which really was quite heavy.
Okay, Carol, the pressure's on then. Can you
Right, off we go then.
Good luck, Carol. Just stay there for a second, don't go now. No, it's just so nice having you. It gives me a nice feeling of bon ami, you know what I mean? Anyway, we'll see the finished result just after midday, so thank you very much all. We'll see you later.
That's right. And it's time now to catch up on this week's love story, but first there is some news hot off the press. The BBC's adaptation of George Eliot's Middlemarch has become the corporation's top seller.
Well, let's start with Dayanara.
Yes.
And I don't know whether you can remember before, but she had a shocking pink outfit on, strong pink and black.
Yeah.
And, well, we're all in the colours.
That's how she looked, Carol, there, right?
Yes, and quite a heavy, strong pink lipstick and a dark brown eyeshadow, in fact. So I've lightened her all up for the spring. And so now she's actually got, I've done a sparkly gold highlight colour with a very, very pale sort of pistachio green eye colour, and then I've done with the bronzing powder. I didn't do the gel, I didn't go for the Marmite in the end. I went for the sparkly powder, the bronzing powder. She doesn't really need any foundation because she's got such a lovely skin tone anyway. And then a translucent spicy coloured lipstick to go with the nice coral outfit. And then Katherine, I don't know whether you can remember before, we're probably going to see her before pic as well, but she had on quite heavy eye makeup, heavy eyeliner, which I took off, and I lined the eyes.
That's how Katherine looked earlier.
And really quite a strong red lipstick as well. And so I've gone here for a very translucent pink lipstick and a sparkly pink. You can actually, I don't know whether you can see the little pinky bit shining there on the blusher, and then a pink highlight colour for the eyes. And instead of the eyeliner being a pencil, I used a grey shadow to line the eyes with, which is much, much softer than a hard pencil.
Yeah, I want to know if this has changed your life, Katherine.
Well, I'm waiting.
Hey, what do you think?
No, I like it. It's a total change from what I normally have.
Yeah, which sort of change do you think is particularly welcome?
Pink lipstick.
Is it?
Rather than orange. That's got to be an improvement.
Yeah, well, why didn't you do it before then? Or is it just the seasons?
I think you get used to putting what, you know, your own colours on, and it does.
I think a lot of people sort of get into a rut with makeup.
That's true. That's
you know,
right.
you have the same old stuff in your bag, don't you? You know, day in day, you know, same one.
Do many people change their makeup to suit the seasons?
No. I find that people.
I know I do, you know, but not everyone's like me.
A different colour eyelash dye, you know, each season.
You're going to regret that.
You should never tell me that.
In confidence.
But no, people change their clothing colours, but very change the makeup to go with it. And so in the 80s we did have very strong colours, sort of the blacks, the fuchsia pinks, the royal blues, the bright emerald greens. And the clothing colours have changed. We're all in the sort of new spring colours. And so you have to tone down the makeup to go with it, or it can look odd out. You know, your head can look disconnected from your body.
Yeah.
Dayanara, what do you think of your new look, your spring look?
I think it's very soft.
Very
More soft.
Yeah.
Very soft looking. Maybe it's different in my eyes, because I usually use browns.
Yeah. And do you like it?
Yes, a lot.
And when you're in Puerto Rico, because it's very warm there, does that change? Because presumably, as you said to me earlier, you can swim in December on the beach.
Yes.
Do you change your makeup during the year?
Well, I usually use the same all the time. I just change from day to night a little bit.
That's more usual, isn't it, to actually have a different look for dressing up and going out, Carol?
That's right, yes. I mean, you can just, I would actually sort of touch these up for the evening and maybe do a stronger eye colour and maybe put the eye pencil back on again for evening.
Okay.
Do you understand sheer now?
Vaguely, yes. But don't ask me questions. Anyway, look, thank you both very much. It's been really great sport.
I've come to Tralee for the Roses Festival. Now you'd think, wouldn't you, that a Roses Festival would be all about flowers.